Alright folks, if I'm looking kind of tired, it's because I've had no sleep, to be honest. For those that don't know, some bad news around my local area, literally like down the road. I'm pretty sure everyone will have heard about it in the news in Manchester. The concert, the Ariana Grande or Grand concert. Basically there was a suicide bomber. It killed 22 kids, 60 plus injured. There's loads of videos on Twitter, there's loads of all that stuff, explosions, how it happened. Basically some kids went to a concert and they never came back, and that was literally down the road from me. The reason I've been following it on the news obviously is it's a huge thing in a local area, and there are people that go to schools, parents are teachers. They weren't sure if they were going to have to work tomorrow because, if a child's died and they're managing the same class and all this and all that. And we were just watching the news and it was just crazy. So that's what I've been up to. So there was this concert in my local area. People went to see it, guys, girls, parents, young kids. I think there's like an 11-year-old that is suspected to be missing, maybe killed. Pretty like ridiculous situation. So yeah, I'm sure people around the UK and my local area have heard about this, but that's what's been going on. In some lighter and brighter news, as we roll the clip, we are beginning to open up these boxes on PoE. Basically what we did was we went and we got some keys, and we decided to open these keys for a bit of fun and see exactly what we would get. I haven't played PoE in a while. I thought I've got some leftover currency. I will go and I will spend it in the Reliquary, see what I get. And I just thought I'd chat to you really. So yeah, that's what's been going on. The channel hasn't been as active. I've been playing different games, doing different things, but today I just thought I would play some PoE, some classic PoE for you guys, and I would do something that everybody enjoys, a bit of currency burning and a bit of RNG things. Probably, I can't remember how many I got. I think I had one that I found from a map and then I purchased the rest. I think I bought 4 or 5 in total. And these ended up, I think they were an Exile each. So I think I spent 5 Exiles. Because I had one, I think I opened 6, I can't remember. And I ended up spending, 5 or 6 Exiles on these, because apparently now Exiles, I haven't played for a month and a half. Exiles are like 120C or something. These keys used to be like 30C back in my day. Now they're about 120. Boom. Boom, baby. We got the Bringer of Rain. This is the first sick drop I've had. Out of the key system. I had a Parandus Blazon. I've had all sorts, but I haven't had anything good. I purchased my Buki bow, my 6-link bow. When a bow popped out there, it was late at night. It was 5 in the morning. I was like, wait, a bow? And then I realized it was just a crude bow. So I'm pretty chuffed right now because we've got the Bringer of Rain, and I'm pretty sure like the cheapest one up is 8 Exiles. And that puts me in profit, which is very rare for these key buying things. So I could have just sold the keys off after opening that bassinet and probably resold them and made some profit, but it's all for good, for fun. It's all for the good of the stream and the viewers and my own personal enjoyment of actually opening these things. So sorry if I'm not speaking very well. I haven't had any sleep. And this is the last one. See what we get. We got our third, I think it's our 3rd Chayula of the league. And that's what we got really. If we skip it along, we ID these. We got an 11% quantity Parandus Blazon, which I think is okay. I think that's like an Exalt. The crude bow, I'm not sure about the roll or the shiver, but I'm pretty sure they're worth nothing. The Chayula might be worth some chaos. And I got a Bringer of Rain with... Now, I'm not sure exactly what stat is most important. It's got a very low armor and evasion, as you can see here. but it does have 213 life, which I believe is quite high. I think that makes it about 10 exalts. So basically over the course of this league, we've got, you know, a couple of builds fully equipped with gear, and we've ended up with a legacy Bringer of Rain and a legacy bow, and I'm pleased with that. And I just thought, you know, I'd just play some PoE. I'd just give it a whirl, really. So yeah, that's what's been going on. Crazy situation with the whole suicide bombing and all that. So if anyone's affected, obviously, truly sorry. I don't know why that is playing. Did you hear that explosion? That was the explosion of the actual attack. And it's just, we'll just take a minute out just to chat about it, because, you know, you play games, you have some fun, but then like something like this happens and it's just really weird. It's really weird to have something happen in your area. I mean, I'm seeing like on Twitter the retweets of like people that are dead, and you know, there's some, it's just weird. Like, for example, there's this girl here, I think she's in her first year of uni, maybe just come out of college and is gonna go into uni, and it's really like surreal. It's like chilling that she tweets on her, obviously on her Twitter account, that she's going to see Ariana Grande or Grand, and she tweets the words, I think there's another celebrity in Liverpool she wants to see, and she tweets, "Kill me, kill me, kill me, kill me. I'm going to be in Manchester when X celebrity is in Liverpool," and then the next day she's been killed. And it's just like super surreal. I don't follow the whole pop scene anymore or anything like that, but she's cancelled her world tour, and it's just all over the news really at the moment, and rightly so, that there's been this attack. And it just like makes you think, you know. I'm not one for, like, you know what they say, don't they? When something like this happens, they always say, don't let them beat you, you can't be scared. But honestly, I'd be lying if I said that when I go to big public events, there's not that little thing, you know, like in the back of your mind where you're thinking like, you know, this, you know, I go to like football games like Old Trafford, you know, you go to wherever, the Trafford Centre in Manchester, you visit these places all the time. I'm sure you guys, you know, you go to concerts in your local area, like probably 10 years ago, maybe because social media wasn't as big, you didn't hear about all these things, so you didn't like spook yourself. But like nowadays, like there is in the back of your mind, you're thinking like, man, like there could just be any nutter. Like you could just walk down to your local shop and there could be a guy with a gun. Just on a fucking bad day, he's throwing a wobbler and, you know, he's just doing something ridiculous. Or it could be planned terrorism. And it's just like mad to think like that goes on. So yeah, obviously everybody's tweeting under the hashtag Manchester. There's, you know, phone numbers for people that are missing, because obviously in such like a hectic environment, like an entire stadium basically emptied. For those that don't know what went on, basically as the concert ended, the people were making their way to the lobby to leave, and basically a suicide bomber blew himself up. That's what we believe so far, that's all we know. And he killed 20 plus people, injured, you know, probably hundreds, in a concert that is not that any concert, not that attacking any concert is right, obviously, but what I mean is, of all the concerts somebody would choose to attack, they choose the one that is going to be filled with children. If you're going to watch a teen pop star, it's going to be young girls there. And it's just crazy that like down the road that happened, because you don't think of that type of thing going on. 16-year-old killed is the first one to be formally named, and it's just like, it's just crazy. Police Chief Ian Hopkins has also said that the loner attacker died whilst detonating an improvised explosive device. The British police are very, very sort of they seem like afraid to use the word suicide bomber, and it's clear that it is a suicide bomber. We don't know what it was for, but you know, I don't really have anything wise or anything to add to the topic, because you know, you can't really say much in a situation like this. It's clearly like devastating. You know, you don't, you know, like as you get older, it sounds like really, I don't know what the word is, pretentious. I used to think it was pretentious, but as you do get older, and you know, your family members have children, you yourself have children or whatever, and you start to like just see things differently. I can't imagine like sending my son off to a game of football or a concert, and he's going to see his first concert, and that's the last time you ever see them. You can't even put into words like what that would be like. It's just mad. You know, people say there should be more security at these things. People say like you know, the plane security after 9/11 happened, we haven't had anything since because of all the heightened security. But I mean, if you're a cynical person, you could also argue, well, the reason there hasn't been any large plane attacks since is because there doesn't need to be a large plane attack, because they did the job, basically. If you know, if you want to word it like that, that they killed 3,000 plus people. How many more people probably died later on from the fumes they inhaled and all that, we don't know. And the entire plane system, the entire security system was changed forever. Nobody gets on a plane now without that slight thing in the back of the mind that something could go wrong. And you could say that the reason there hasn't been any attacks is because, well, they've done their job. And if all of a sudden now you have to metal detect every single person, you can't bring in drinks or anything or whatever to a concert, no phones, no electrical items, you know, then you could say they've done the job again, haven't they? Because that's what happens. You sort of adjust yourself to try to stop these terrorists and these attacks, but really you can't stop them. Like, sadly, you can't stop them. There's always going to be an absolute idiot, male or female or whatever, you know. You're always going to get that one, and you can't stop it. And you can't live your life like thinking, well, I can't cross this road in case the guy on the other side is randomly waiting to kill me. You know, you can't live your life like that. But it does put it in the back of your mind when you go to these public events, these concerts, these football games, like, you know, there could be something. But I guess I know this was a Pee-wee video, it was just meant to be some fun, but whilst I'm talking, I'll just talk. From my personal perspective, a lot of these, quote, terrorists are, quote, homegrown, but all of these, like, known suspects of terror, they shouldn't even be in the UK. No matter your race, religion, ethnicity, whatever, if you have a link to terrorism, if you are on a watch list, if you are monitored, you shouldn't be allowed to be within a fucking foot radius, a 100-foot radius of any sort of public building. You should be locked down and monitored. If you're not from this country, you should be sent back to a different country. We don't want suspects of terror in our country killing children. You know, it's just mad. Like, I've got people on my Facebook tagging themselves safe because they've been to the event. These are people that I went to nursery school with. Like, they go to the event, they're all hyped up on Facebook, and then they're tagging themselves safe. It's just crazy. Because those children, you don't. I've never been in that situation, thank God, touch wood, but you don't recover from something like that. A 12-year-old girl or boy, or even an older person, a parent, go into a concert and seeing like their friend literally be blown up. You don't really recover from that, I imagine. There's no amount of therapy or anything that's going to make you want to go back into a a music concert. And I guess the thing that bugs me, whilst we're talking about games and we're talking about this type of thing, I think what drives it home the most for me, and like I say, it doesn't really matter. How can I say? It doesn't really matter, like... I've completely lost my train of thought because I just started reading something on Facebook. There's stuff popping up all the time. People writing in, you know, I'm safe. I'm tagged in. I'm safe. We stand with Manchester and all these things. And I'm starting to ramble now, but it's just like crazy the way it's gone. You know, you can't live your life in fear and all that. And I don't want to sound like some preacher or some crazy person, but I remembered what I was going to say now, is that what makes this worse isn't that it's at a concert, of a child's teen concert, not that an older concert, a friggin' Sting and the Police concert, would be any better to do an attack on. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is it's even more ridiculous and disgusting that they did it on a children's concert. But like, these are the places where you work a shit 9 to 5. People work a shit 9 to 5, or whatever you do for a living, or, you know, whatever. It doesn't matter if you don't do anything or whatever. However you get your escape, maybe it's playing a couple of games of League of Legends a night. Maybe it's going to the skate park. Maybe it's going to watch a concert, or a TV show being recorded, or a comedy show, you know. These are like the moments, like, where you're not thinking, you switch off, you finally, like, you shut down, you know, you're not at work, you're not having to fake smile for your boss or for customers, and you're just thinking, you know what, it's been a fucking shit month. For example, the parents were saying that the girl whose friend died, this was her Christmas present. They got her these tickets for Christmas. She's waited months and months and months and counted down the days, and she's been super excited for it, and now look what's happened. And I think, like I say, what makes it so annoying is these are the moments where you're switching off. These are like your nice moments where you're like, I don't have to smile for my boss, I don't have to fake anything, and I'm just switching off and I'm doing what I enjoy. I'm spending my own money, my own time to do that little thing in life that you enjoy. You know, it's playing a game, it's going to a concert, it's watching a football match, it's, you know, it's whatever. It's going to a cooking class, an art class, whatever you want to spend your time doing and you enjoy. That one thing you've got in life, and they even fuck that up. You can't. The way the world is these days, and I know people say we are technically living in the safest times, but you wouldn't think that the way the media go on, and, well, more and more attacks are happening. But it's just like, to do it at a place that's just for fun. This isn't... They didn't attack... you know... They didn't attack I guess, how would you word it? Let's say somebody was protesting to be anti-Muslim. They didn't attack an anti-Muslim walk or parade, or a UKIP event, or a Labour or Conservative event. They did it at a children's concert, or, you know, a football stadium, where it's just families, like, grinding out the 9 to 5 and just having that moment. Like, for example, I'm going to Michael Carrick's testimonial. I'm looking forward to it. Can you even, like, and I speak to it with my dad. I'm like, oh, I bought tickets for my dad. I said, you know, because he's a Chelsea fan, there'll be Chelsea legends on show, like Frank Lampard, John Terry, you know, then there'll be the English people like Gerrard, Rooney, you know, and I thought, oh, it'll be good to go with him for that. So I bought the tickets, we'll go to that. And can you even imagine just never coming back to an event that you're trying to, like, relax and have fun at, but all the time at the back of your mind it's like, well, I don't know, there could be a fucking suicide bomber in the stadium. You don't know these things. You can't, like I say, you can't live your life in fear, but man, like, it's just shit in it, really. It's just shit, like, that's the way it is. And it's just really crazy that it's my my town, you know. So sorry to end that on a somber note, but you know, I just thought, you know, I'd talk about it. This channel is it's whatever, man. I don't know what I'm doing with this YouTube channel, but there you go. Peace out. Hopefully you're having a good day. Hopefully nobody was affected by that. Well, we know some people were. Some people are going home to an empty bed, you know. It's horrible, but there you go. That is the world.